What types of claims did you have if you're injured in a car accident while you're working in Illinois? Hi, I'm Josh Rohrscheib. I'm a personal injury lawyer in Central Illinois, and I'd like to talk to you in this video about what different types of claims you might have if you were working in Illinois and you were involved in a car accident and you were hurt. So the first type of claim you'd have would be one against your employer's workers' compensation policy or a claim under the Illinois Workers' Compensation Act. And this provides a way for injured workers to recover if they're injured while they're on the job. And typically, under a workers' compensation claim, you would be eligible for compensation whether or not the car accident was your fault. So that's important to keep in mind. So next, let's say the car accident was someone else's fault. Let's say there was a third party who was driving a car. That driver causes the accident. Maybe they miss a stoplight or they rear end you and they cause the accident and they cause your injuries. In that situation, you would have what we would call a third-party claim, or a claim against the at-fault driver that injured you. As a practical matter, it's typically a claim against the at-fault driver who hit you's insurance policy. So you could bring a third-party claim to recover for your injuries against the at-fault driver's insurance policy. Now, in some cases, the at-fault driver may not have much insurance coverage available. So if that is the case, you may have a claim under your own insurance policy for an underinsured or even an uninsured claim if the person who hit you didn't have coverage at all. So you may also have a claim under your own insurance policy. Or let's say you're riding with a friend and you're a passenger and you're in their car. And in those types of situations, there may also be coverage for you under your friend's policy, maybe uninsured or underinsured coverage on their policy if you're in their car and some uninsured driver hits their car. So it's important if you're in one of these situations where you're working in Illinois, so you'd have coverage under the Illinois Workers' Compensation Act, to consider talking to a personal injury lawyer who's experienced in dealing with workers' compensation cases and injury cases, because they need to understand the interplay between the two to be able to advise you on which claims would make the most sense for you to pursue. In some cases, there would be a right for the workers' compensation carrier to be repaid out of a third-party claim, and maybe that can be negotiated. It kind of depends on the circumstances, but because there's added complexity when you have different potential claims, it's probably a good idea if you've been injured significantly in a car accident while you're working to get help from a lawyer so you can understand all the potential coverages that can be available and which claims would make the most economic sense to you to pursue. Well, hey, I hope this information is helpful. If you have any questions about car accident claims in Illinois, please don't hesitate to reach out, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video.